Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Hello, lovely. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. And today, this is going to be a good one. We're going to talk all about breaking free. I just love the idea of breaking free from self-doubt, don't you?
I know, just even the thought of breaking free,
let's do this.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to break free from self-doubt and step into your power. That feels like a big love blanket. Talking about love blanket, before we get into our tips, we're going to come into our loving heart space. I already have my hands over my heart. Let's just bring ourselves into some connection, some coherence, heart coherence breathing. So I encourage you to feel the support beneath you, whatever you're sitting or standing on. And join with me. Put one or both hands over your heart. And breathe into your heart space. Breathing in and breathe out. Find your natural rhythm of slower yet deep breaths. Breathing into your heart space and breathing out. Notice that when you focus in this way, your entire nervous system just kind of does a landing here, allowing yourself to feel soothed and calm and connected, connecting with my energy, with Deb's energy, with energy of everyone else who's listening to this conversation, regardless of where or when. We can connect in these ways. This is all about tapping into the energy that we have access to, the loving kindness that we have access to within us. Just breathe in and breathe out. And always remember, I really encourage you to remember to come back from that. It's a beautiful way to break free from self-doubt, is to just land into your heart and start breathing into some coherence. And all that said, let's now segue into our conversation for this topic. We encourage you to grab your note-taking device and let's start riffing about breaking free from self-doubt and step into your power. So, of course, it's a no-brainer that the first tip is to do exactly what I just talked us through regularly throughout your day. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would. Now, what's a shortcut to that? A shortcut to all of that is...
Hand on your heart.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Breath.
I know what I've been doing. Yeah. The shortcut to everything that Moira just said. Now, what Moira said is if you go from A to B and you go all the way along, that's beautiful. But if you're just like, okay, I don't have 4 minutes spare right now. By the way, everybody's got 4 minutes spare. But if I don't have 4 minutes spare, it's like, okay, what can I do? Hand on heart and breathe.
And breathe. Yep.
And remind yourself this is where you want to live, in your heart, not in your head. That's a condensed version. Now you can shut your eyes as well. There's little add-ons you can do with those, but definitely the heart coherent can literally calm your farm, settle things down, settle your nervous system down to make it achievable to break free. Because I think there's that break free from self-doubt and step into your power. Excuse me. But then there's that thought of, is this actually achievable? Can I do it? Can I do it? There's that self self-belief that pops in there. So so if you just have to take a percentage of what we give you, the tip, then definitely hand on heart and breathe and just
Mm.
remind yourself, I live here. And it just alone makes it more achievable, if I could say it that way.
I completely agree with you. But
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is to kind of break apart where would you say self-doubt comes from? What I think that's like I want to bring that in as the next step is the awareness, being aware of self-doubt. Is it an inherited belief? Is it um comparing
Well,
yourself to
they're
somebody
different.
else?
Yeah, they're different one. Hang on, so there's definitely self-doubt of I can be I used to go I can be a public speaker. Oh no, someone's going to laugh at me or something's going to happen or blah
Mm.
blah blah. And
Hmm.
there's definitely that of self-doubt, and then there's that other self-doubt is oh, I'm going to jump down this massive water slide right now, and I hope I get to the end of it, and I hope I don't wet my pants, and I hope the whole, the whole thing. I hope I don't lose my bikini top. Any of those. Now we're in summer, by the way, whereas Moira's in winter or
I'm
coming
in
into winter.
winter.
So she's going, you're just ridiculous to even think like that, Deborah. But
Yeah.
but then there's that self-doubt. So really your self-doubt can come from losing your bikini top last time, or bottoms, but it can come from past stories. So your self-doubt can come from anything that's previously happened before that you've held on to. So your self-doubt stories from school, from even what your parents said or your parents have said to your sisters or brothers or siblings or something. But the other one along with this, when I think about this, when I think about self-doubt, is it's sometimes not yours to hold on to. And when I say that, it could mean you've watched a TV program and you've gone, oh yeah, I'd hate to have that happen to me. And you've
Mm.
literally just picked it up like a bunch of glitter and you spread yourself around with it because it's not even yours. Oh, I'd hate that to happen. How many people have watched TV or something, you've gone, oh, I couldn't handle that. Or, you watch the news, you're like, oh, I don't know how they survived that. I couldn't handle that. So any of those little stories that you've seen and you've had a ping of emotion towards can be attached to you like glitter.
Mm.
And you don't know, 3 weeks later it comes up and you didn't even know where it came from. So that awareness is so important to go, let's dig until we actually can find out where that come from.
I like
Because
that.
most of the time it's not true. But in saying that, there is some attachment to, oh yeah, that did happen. I did lose my bikini top going down, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. But when you're aware of it, then you can rectify, go, okay, well, I just need to double knot it. Or hold my boobs as I go down. Well, this is taking a whole different whole different
Yeah.
angle from the break free from self-doubt and step into your power.
So as you were describing that, I made a wee note of two questions that you could ask yourself. Is if the narrative's coming up of, oh, I don't know I can do this. The first one is it true? Is it
Yeah.
true? Yes or no? And then the other one that I put here is it your truth?
Oh.
Right?
But
Because
even
could have
the is it
happened, it could
yeah,
have
is it
happened, but is it your truth? Meaning, well, that's what happened then, but it's not my truth. I'm not carrying it forward.
that's what happened 10 years ago
Yeah,
when
yeah.
my mum used said that to me, but now my mum's not going to say that. So it's not going to be and it is that whole moving forward, look how much we've evolved for. I mean, crikey, it's Christmas next year. I mean next year.
Next week.
Yeah, next
Next
week,
week
Christmas,
even.
and I don't even know where this whole year's gone. I'm
Me
still left with
neither.
what the heck's happened this year. But is this true? And is this your truth right here? So it's
Right
actually,
here.
is this your truth right here? I'm going to add a little
Yes.
caveat to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
because
No,
it's
you're
not.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And right here is right here, right now, who I
In
am
this
right now.
moment. In
Yeah.
this moment. And
In this
this
present
this
moment.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one that I was thinking of too is curiosity. Because you just said about we're about to step out of 2025.
Mm.
2025 has been an epic year. It's been a very bumpy ride in some ways.
You
It's
would not have thought, can I just say, I would not have thought you'd say 2025 has been an epic year after the year you had.
I know, I know. But there, see, it has
That's
been an
exactly
epic
it.
year, but it is because of the bumps. It has been a bumpy ride, but it's the and listeners, you've probably heard me talk about this before if you've listened to these before. I like to think of the numbers. I'm really into numerology, and it helps us kind of get a sense of the energy of what year we're in. So 2025 was all about letting go. It was the
Yeah.
culmination. And so for me to sit here now and say it was an epic year, yeah, my goodness, it's been rough, it's been bumpy, it's been discombobulating, but I certainly have been shaken up and yeah, even if I did come into the year with some self-doubt and trepidation, it's not here now. And so
Yeah.
that's so with 2025 was the nine energy, it was the culmination when collectively we exist in these 9-year cycles.
Yeah.
And so regardless of what your year was, so for me, my year right now is I'm in a 4-year, which is all
Yeah.
about leadership. And I just, as I'm saying that out loud, that's making me realize how come I can now say this has been a really great year. But if you'd talked to me before I stepped into this 4 energy, it was very different. Let me tell you, very different. But so it's about being curious about the energies around you and how does this make me feel about me? So just really allowing
Well,
yourself to hear the doubts, hear the what if this and what if this and what if this, and just allow yourself
so
to
lean in,
yeah, yeah,
and just be curious.
yeah,
And the more things happen, just if you put it to a curious, what I hear is when you put it to a curious level, it doesn't get discombobulated. Because when you're curious, it's sort of that wonderment. It's that, oh, wonder what this is going to unfold instead of, oh, I'm curious about what it's going to uncover and it's going to be shitty and da da da. But actually, oh. And when you're in that, I don't know if I can make those noises. That's an owl noise, maybe not quite. But when you're in that space, it is that curiosity, that wonderment. It's not a fearful space, I would say, when you go, oh, I'm just curious to know what this looks like. You're not labeling it fearful.
right. And so the thing is that it's very true to lean in, even if it's something that does feel discombobulating or feels like
Yeah.
the foundations are shaking a wee bit um, beneath your feet, is to pause, hand on your heart, and know that all things are happening for you, by you, through you, not against
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
that really helps us do that lean in.
Well, it's not
For
personal.
my this is for my evolution, my highest good, my own expression, my
Yeah.
own soul's evolution is part of what's going on. And that actually is even actually this that's now that I'm saying that, I'm jumping into our next tip because that was about curious, but the next one is trust.
Trust and
Because
faith.
trust and faith, absolutely. Because that one is, even if I'm sitting here saying, I don't know if I've got it. I don't know if I have what it takes to shift through this challenge or navigate
Mm.
my way through this choice or this decision. But trust allows me to step into my power. I don't have to see all of the answers or know the way through. Actually, I was just having a conversation with a friend prior to coming in here with you today, Deb, and she was saying, you don't have to understand the workings of an engine to be able to jump in that car and turn the key and drive somewhere. That's
No.
right.
God, I'd
So
hate to know that. My overthinking brain would be rampant.
right. So it's kind of like self-doubt says you have to understand all the workings of that car engine. No, actually, no, you don't. You step into your power to say, I trust and I have faith that this car, my car, works and gets me to where I'm going. Right.
Yeah.
So that's trust and faith that everything's happening for you, through you, and for your
Yeah.
highest and bestest good. Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I think with that trust and faith is also just remembering whether this is a separate note or not, um, remembering that it's all movable.
That is a different tip.
Everything,
That is a separate tip. Yep.
yeah, it's all movable. And if you have to remember when you've gone into a self-doubt moment before, like let's all go there now, people. Let's go back to a moment when you self-doubted yourself. Just take a moment, go back to that moment. When did you self-doubt yourself?
Yeah, because we've all got experiences of that as she spritzes herself.
Spritz myself with a hydrating spray. Who has a self-doubt moment? From that self-doubt moment, what value did you get out of that? Now just turn it around to that self-doubt moment, and what value did you get from that? Did you connect with different people? Did you think differently? Did you realize that this was just an old story that was attached to you? Did you realize that it's not true? Did you realize that you needed certain people around? Did you need to let people go? Like what was the real value you got from that? And when you can see it like that, you've literally just changed your trajectory because you're thinking of things differently, and everything is movable. It's just a no right now. And I think that's just the messaging that's really clear to hear.
It's so important. That one comes up oftentimes in conversations I have with clients and students, is that if you need to say no, you have the right to say no. And no is a full sentence. And
Yeah.
always understand that no doesn't mean never.
Yeah.
If you call me up and say, hey, Moira, can you meet me at such and such a time? And I say, no, I can't. That doesn't mean no, don't ever ask me again.
Don't ever ring me. I know. That's actually a
Right?
great example because it's like, no, she said no to me one time in 1997.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you checked in to see if she's okay
Yes,
since then? You know,
exactly.
let's just go back to that. Yeah.
But that's the thing, because here's the other part of that, is that sometimes, and listeners, we encourage you to feel into this for a moment. When we do not realize that we have the right to say no, and that no is the sentence, we then get into the justifications and the making up the stories, and here I can't do it because here's why, and this is what's going on, and because what we're doing is we're diluting our own worthiness, that we can only stand in our sense of worthiness if that person says, it's okay, I understand. Yes, of course you
Yeah.
do it that way. It's like, no, you don't have to explain yourself. See, that's you doubting yourself, is if you feel like you have to explain yourself to somebody to get them to see your point of view. But no, your point of view
Yeah.
is your point of view, and that's perfect.
And
Right?
that's perfect the way it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I think, well, that just goes back to my little post-it note that I've got here on my computer from some genius that I podcast with. The 3 questions: is this good for me? Is this good for others? And do I want to do it? Or do I want to? And all 3 have to be a lean in yes. And so I think that
Slam
goes back
dunk.
to,
Yep.
yeah, that goes back to that. No, I don't want to do it right now. But tomorrow or in an hour or a week or a month or 6 months, then yes, maybe. But is this good for me? Not right now. Is this good for others? Yes. Do I want to do it? Yes, I do, but it's still not good for me right now. So the answer is no. Just don't fear that. Just make that decision and then walk away. And tomorrow, go back and have a look at it tomorrow. Or go back and have a look at it later on. But just right now, be honest with yourself and it's okay. And I think that is this good for me is just a very simple and quick process.
I wanna I wanna bring um I wanna bring oh, I just need to make a note of it's my 3 questions. This was the tip that we just did.
Yeah, yeah.
But
The 3 questions.
I wanna bring trust back in for a wee moment. But this one specifically is about trusting your intuition.
Yeah,
So if you, let's say you somebody invites you to speak somewhere, or go and do something, and intuitively you just get this ugh feeling. Ugh,
yeah,
it's heavy. It's like, nope.
yeah.
Follow it. You gotta follow it. How many times, and I can think of umpteen times myself, um, when you've initially had a that's not the right thing for me to do, and then your head overrides it.
Yeah.
And yet, oh, I should have listened to my intuition, because my intuition actually had it all figured out. Right? So it's like, even if your head cannot reason out why your body's saying no, it's not the right time, it's not, don't have the energy, don't have the bandwidth, don't second guess yourself. That's part of self-doubt, is second guessing, right?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go because I'm actually going to put second guessing as a separate thing because you can spend so much time second guessing.
You
How
can.
many times have people actually gone, oh, I should have done that, or I should have said that, or I could have said that? How many times have you actually gone back and gone and repeated over and over, oh, I could have said that, I should have, oughta, coulda,
Woulda,
the
coulda,
old
shoulda.
saying. Yeah, all of those sayings back and back and back and back. And when we can see those things that we second guess, we're like, oh, yeah, I could have freed myself up more if I had just one and done and moved on. And I think that's just, if we're talking about self-doubt, is that just quick process, people. Is this good for me? Yes, this is great. Do I want to do it? No. No. Okay, stop. Just stop there.
Yep,
Don't even
done.
go to the third one. That's it. So that frees up your time. But when when we're talking about break free from self-doubt and step into your power, I want to really just say, make sure you're doing things that are lighting you up throughout your day.
That's a whole tip on itself, for sure.
Yeah. Because if you're constantly feeling down, doubting yourself, feeling depleted, and the rest of it over and over and over again, the only way to get through this is jump in and jump out. It's not an ongoing process. You do not have to get onto the hamster wheel and stay on the hamster wheel forever and ever and ever. You don't have to. You just get on, you do your job, and you get off. And I think you can get off at any time. So it's just remembering that it is a way to step into your power is by taking your diary management back and doing things that light you up. So I'm on a course at the moment, and it's a 3-day course, and it starts at 2 a.m. in the morning and finishes at 4 p.m. at night. And it's it's definitely an eye stretcher for me. And yesterday I took the computer and I sat out by the pool.
Yeah.
And I just sat outside instead of sitting in my desk. I just wanted a change of energy. I was sick of seeing my four walls and, seeing all the sunshine outside my window. And I just changed the scenery. Now, what happened is by me just changing my surroundings and I stepped into my own power of just going, I'm done with this office when there's a beautiful day outside. And I sat out by the pool and I was in the sun, but I wasn't in the sun. It was just such a beautiful way to listen to this course and take my notebooks out there and partake. And it just gave me a different vibe. Now, when I stepped into my power I actually just changed my surroundings. And that allowed me to take in a lot more content because I felt more comfortable instead of going, oh, I'm out. I can see outside. It's such a beautiful time. So I just changed my pattern. I just changed my environment. I just went, I want to change something and I want to do this because I want to be outside. This is what my glitter is right now, is outside. So what can I do? Can I coincide my two glitter things, doing this course and sitting outside? And yes, and it just made such a difference. So I think that's the thing is just being able to change things your way, but also make sure you've got some glitter in there. Make sure you're doing things that you love because otherwise it just becomes depleting.
I totally resonate and totally agree with you. I put this as a separate tip. You are the boss
Yeah.
of you. Always, always,
Oh, yeah,
always
of
remember,
course.
you're the boss of you. But I was having a conversation with one of my mentors the other day, and we were talking about this exact thing, about doing the things, because let's face it, as entrepreneurs, as people in business, there are things that we need to do that we don't really like.
Yeah.
So yes, it's great if you have a big team, if you can afford that and have a big team to outsource all the things that you don't like doing, that's great. But if you don't, there are still going to be things that you need to do, like do your
Yeah.
email list or do your newsletter or do whatever it is. But what she was talking, she's a musician as well as being a business coach. And what she did, she said it completely transformed her business. She had her guitar and had it propped at the end of her desk, so that
Oh,
regularly
wicked.
throughout her day, she would push her chair back, pick up her guitar, and start riffing for a little bit, and then, okay, now again back to these tasks that I don't particularly like doing. So that It's such a
Yeah, see, that
beautiful
just give you
example, right?
exactly. It just frees it up, frees up the heaviness that's been sitting there for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but you see, because it's all about this idea of breaking free from self-doubt and stepping into your power. Your power, it's already here. It's not something you have to work towards or achieve. You already have it.
Mm,
It's your
yeah.
vibration, it's your energy, it's here.
It is.
Tune into it.
It's
And you,
in you.
yep, you tune into it by finding those glitter moments, those sparkling moments, those times of laughter or joy of like, woohoo, look at this, right? And
Yeah, and
just that changes it all.
yeah, and it does. It does, and but it feels like it's not forced.
Yeah.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
Well, you can't force these things.
No,
No.
no, I think I no.
Effortless ease. That's the part of it.
Oh, effortless.
Effortless
Yeah,
ease. Where is effortless ease for you?
yeah.
Oh, we should make that as a podcast
Effortless
title.
ease. Can you just take that title and do something with
Yeah,
that? Because
yes,
that's a great one.
definitely want to play with that one. And so effortless ease allows us to go into one of Deb's favorite ones.
Yeah.
Everything is on the way, not in the way. That's
I know.
effortless ease right there, isn't it?
I know. And well, it is, and trust is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. I think when it comes to when I look at our title, Step into Your Power, just watch I'm going to bring in the word ego and your intentions, because the reason I say that step into your power, when you want to step into your power, just check, is this ego based or is this heart led based? And the reason I say that, well, it's funny. Moira and I were having a little conversation off camera here, off wording, and we were talking about money, and we were talking about how much money well, actually, we weren't talking about how much money we were making. Hang on, let me just reframe this way. Let me just reframe this. It's when you promote your product, but you say, I'm a six-figure coach, or a
Yeah.
seven-figure coach, or an eight-figure coach, or well, anything really, five-figure coach. I'm making I'm making $5,000 a month as coaching. And you hear people say, I'm doing this, I can help you do that too. But really, when you're sitting in your ego versus your heart led, you're actually not talking about the money. You're actually talking about, this is the service that I've been doing. I'm
Precisely.
now transforming people's lives by doing this, this, and this. And but that's a heart led base. So when you're looking at breaking free from your self doubt and step into your power, just check if this is ego. Oh, I'm stepping into my power. I've just made this much money. Yay, 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 yay. If this is ego, or wow, I've made this much money. I know the impact this money is going to have not only on my family, but the people I transform. I'm going to be able to go out there and I'm going to reach more people. I'm going to be able to do Facebook ads or any of those things. Or I'm going to transform somebody's world that can go from sleepless nights to being able to sleep.
Yeah.
When you're thinking differently, you're not in your head over the ego and the money, and you're a heart led, this is where you're really stepping into your power. So I just wanted
100%.
I don't know if I sort of covered that how I wanted to cover it, but anyway, it's out. But just be aware of, just check in with yourself when you're looking at this self-doubt, after we've figured out, is it actually ours or somebody else's? But is it actually from an ego place, or is this a heart-led place?
Yeah. So it's are you being This is making me think of different conversations that we've had about that idea of 3D versus 5D. 3D reality is the mundane, it's the physical reality, and it will always be about the money.
Yeah.
Whereas 5D reality is the energetic, the upliftment, of service, of compassion, of kindness, of connection, of soul-driven power. Money happens there.
It
But
does.
it
But it's
happens.
a different money. It's a
byproduct of authenticity, right? Being of service.
Yeah.
There's a teaching that I came across once a long time ago. I can't remember where this came from, but the idea of that 3D mentality was service to self. It's all
Yeah.
about what's in it for me. Whereas
Yeah.
the 5D is service to others.
Yeah.
How can I serve? How can I help? How can I be of kindness? How can I make a difference? How can I bring us all closer to our own soul's mission, our own
Yeah.
sacred calling, right?
Yeah. Well, when you're doing that and you're serving from that heart and that heart-led place, how can I serve others? When you're making that money, if you make that money and you put that back to your business, that's going to help a Facebook ad, or that's going to help employ somebody to do your graphics, or that's going to help with something. That's where the money goes around and it rotates. And that's where it's not for you to go buy, I was going to say jet ski, for you to go and buy. Whereas, like at the moment, we're going to be snowing soon or anything over
Be a
here.
skidoo. It
Yeah,
would be a
yeah,
skidoo here.
yeah, that's it. But when you're not putting that money back into those things, you're putting them back into your lifestyle of your business. That's going to help transform more people. That's
Yeah.
where the money grows. That's where your power grows. That's where the impact grows. That's where your self-doubt drops away, because you're
Yes.
thinking of other people, because your self-doubt is actually not yourself. You're actually thinking about serving other people.
Yep. Yeah. So that one is just now talking about this, of course, is very important to fill your cup. So self-doubt can sometimes sneak in if you are not looking after you, right? So we've talked before about sacred self-care, about filling your cup, because being of service, you give from your saucer. So, like I said, if self-doubt for myself, if self-doubt starts to sneak in, I can actually kind of use that as a little bit of a red flag that says, hey, Moira, you've actually overbooked your client sessions. You know, when's the last time you took an afternoon off, or just went and went for a longer walk? Or,
Yeah.
you know, there a couple of weeks ago, I've shared this with you, Deb. I don't think I shared it on the recording, about the things went wonky on my schedule, and I ended up having to spend more time waiting. I had to wait for my car, actually, wait for my car to be fixed. But it really gave me the gift of doing something completely unplanned. I had a lot of fun. I went through all the aisle of Christmas decorations, and then went and had a glass of wine. It's like, what else are you
As you
gonna do?
do, might as well. Might as
Might
well.
as
Yeah.
well. But I remember when I told you the story was, Deb asked me when was the last time I had done something like that. And I had to stop for a minute. I was like, years and years and years.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying is that self-doubt can kind of sneak in when we're being too structured and too vigilant and too not vigilant, but you know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say? Like
Yeah.
too rigid, and nope, it's this time so this happens, and this time this happens. It's that we can actually start to be too caught up in the doing and forget, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be having some fun.
I
And
know. I think that's, well, look, that's got to break free from self-doubt. But where's the fun? I
where's
know
the
I said
fun?
glitter time, but let's just actually put some fun in there as well. Glitter time is fun to me. But let's
Hmm.
just really emphasize fun. Make sure you're doing fun.
Yeah, fun and play, and that helps with the fluidity and the flow and the
Yeah.
look what I'm having so much fun. doing these things, and it doesn't have to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Can
I
just
know. It can be, well, it can be anything. Yeah. Fun. Fun is essential. I think the other thing is I want to just, because I know we're coming up to time-ish. Haha, as I laugh. The
time-ish.
other thing is, yeah, time-ish. Look at the people you have around you.
Your tribe.
Really important to look at that tribe, that community, those people around you, because they're the ones who lift you up and they're the ones who take you down. And it's okay to have certain people for certain roles, but just have a look. And if you've got that self-doubt, where are the people backing you in your corner? Now, just because someone says you can't do it, they're actually still in your corner. Just there's a little side swipe. They are still in your corner, but they're making you assess, is this really for you? They're just making you question it. That's all they're doing. They're not saying don't do it. They're just making you go, is this really 100% for me? But be aware of those people who say you can't do it, because have they done it before? You know, you just got to really look at the tribe who you have around. And you know, I'm going to say Moira and Debs.
Yep.
Debs and Moira. You know, that's what I'm going to say, because actually somebody said to me the other day when I did a call with somebody, they said, oh, I bet you haven't heard my story before. And I literally nearly spat my drink out. I was like, try me. Seriously, the amount of stuff that you probably, and they started telling me, and I wanted to say, and did it end like this? Because I could tell you the last probably 4 people I've had in 6 months have had exactly the same thing that she had. But but just don't underestimate us. We are a wealth of knowledge. We have over, is this where I said we had over 80 years?
Yep.
Oh, that just ages me. I feel my hair I feel like I've got grey hair have suddenly happened overnight. We have over 80 years of experience between us. And the tribe is important to have those who are on your way helping you. And that's definitely Moira and I, but also be aware of who you have around you. Anything you want to add on to that little one, Moira? Or
The one thing that comes to mind is that always remember that we educate people how to treat us.
oh
And
yes,
so if we have somebody that's going, oh, well, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. And so sometimes those people are looking out for you, but maybe they're jealous, or maybe they're trying to pull your energy. So if it feels like you're being disrespected or manipulated in some way, pause for a wee moment and just check
yeah.
within yourself. What's the gift? What's the
Mhm.
learning? What's the piece that you need to say thanks, but I don't need to listen to you anymore. So it's just to watch that one. That's all I would tag in there.
Yeah. I just added that into my into my little notes. So we are going to wrap this up, people, because there's do you know, it's just, does this happen each time? I feel like we're just starting to wind up. I think this pretty much happens most times, isn't
Pretty
it?
much.
But we do have to wind up because next week we have Christmas. Ooh la la, la 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 la. So grab your note-taking device. We're going to rip into this break free from self-doubt and step into your power. And we're just going to sum them up a lot quicker. So laugh.
She
Um,
laughs.
I know. Moira, would you like to start?
Sure. The first one is some form of the heart coherence that we do at the beginning of each of these episodes, but the shorthand version is hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and then again another deep breath. It's and you can even just put your hand on your heart and say to yourself, I live here. And then come back. That's such a beautiful way of breaking a pattern of self-doubt,
Mm.
right? And it empowers you.
It does. Yeah, I love that. The next one I have is self-doubt into awareness.
Mhm,
And bringing that awareness is a couple of simple questions that we riffed on. And is this true?
mhm.
Is it true? And is it your truth?
Right
Because
here.
often you can watch a TV program and start attaching yourself to a self-doubt of somebody else's. Oh, I'd hate that to happen. So just, is this true? Is it true? Is it with the awareness? And is it your truth?
Right.
So where did that come from?
And you added on right here to that one. Is it your truth right here?
Oh, yes, right
Yes.
here.
Yeah. right here, right now. The next one we talked about was being curious, leaning in and not being fearful, not allowing self-doubt to spiral you down into, oh my God, there's no point in even getting out of the chair because I can't do it. No, you're right. Listening
I
to that
know
in your
those ones. I know those ones. They're just, yeah. Pardon. Okay, carry on. Yeah.
So just lean in and okay, hello, self-doubt, what are you here to show me, to help me with, but step into
Yeah.
your power, because your power is actually always there,
Yeah.
right? And so by
Yeah.
curiosity allows you to get that. I love the word curiosity. There's such a beautiful,
Mm.
uplifting, mischievous
Well,
time.
it doesn't make it heavy, is what
Yeah,
I think.
there's
In
a
my head,
lightness
I'm just
about it.
going, oh, curious. I'm just curious. If I can get curious, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
shift through this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all. I just got to be curious. Yep.
Yep.
He said, yep. Um, trust and faith was my next one I written down. Now, trust and faith, as much as they're different, they're not. And trust is incredibly important to know that you're getting through this. You have got through. But there was another one that I added after this, which you could either put in the trust and faith or the same as it's movable.
Mhm.
And when you have a self-doubt, I want you to change that to what is the benefit of this? What is the value this is giving you right here? But trust and faith are important too every day,
Yep.
every moment of every day when you're doing things. But it's all movable. Nothing is set in concrete.
Yep. Always, because you're the boss of you. Well, that was
Yeah.
another tip.
Yeah.
Um, the the next one I have here is my favorite. No, I can't say my favorite because I have lots of favorites, obviously. But my three questions is is this good for me? Yes or no? Is this good for them? Yes or no? Do I want to?
Mm.
Yes or no? I really encourage you to ask those fairly quickly and go with the exact first answer. Don't get into rumination. As soon as you get into rumination, the answer is no,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. As soon as you're on that rumination, you're on that hamster wheel, and
Yep.
that's an ugly place to get on.
That's
Yeah.
not and it is a no, right? Because if it's like, is this good for me? I'm not sure. Right now, nope. It's
Yeah.
no. And Deb, you brought this in also, was that if there's no point in going through all three of those questions, if the first one's no, then they're done.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
as soon as you hit a no, whether it's
Yeah.
on the first one or the second one or the third one, it's first you know you get it's no, because they all three of them have to be hell yes,
I know. Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
I know, she says.
I know. I know. Uh, the next one I have is you have the right to say no. Oh no, that's it. You just said that. Sorry.
Yes,
Um, second guessing. There's no
right.
time for second guessing. That's it. No time for second guessing. Just when it comes in, go, no, decision, done.
And the next one is I brought trust back in and said trust your
Oh yeah.
intuition, because
Yeah.
that helps. Because sometimes our intuition, it's hard to be logical about intuition, and but we're conditioned that way too much. It's like, no, it just doesn't feel, it just doesn't vibe with me. Be okay with just saying no, it just doesn't vibe with me. That's it.
Yeah.
Done. Right? Whereas somebody's like, oh, be logical and rationalize it and prove it to me. And no, I don't have it. It's like, no, it just doesn't vibe for me. That's it.
Yeah. I think when yes. I just Deborah stop going on deviant travels. You are the boss of you.
You
You are
have
the
to
boss of
watch
you.
you.
Is make sure you're doing your glitter time. You are the
Mhm.
boss of you. You can say no. You can say yes. This is just your time. And this is where we brought in two words: effortless ease.
Yes.
And when we can do
Effortless
things
ease.
that are effortless with ease, that's when we know we're in flow. But also, if it feels too hard, you can just park them for a little bit and you'll go back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is hinging on a tip that you said that we kind of skipped over, is to make sure you're doing something every single day that lights you up. And I shared
Yeah.
with you the story of my mentor, who's a musician, who brought her guitar into her office, so that when she felt like, oh my God, I've got so much doing and doing and doing. She'd just pick her guitar up and play.
Yeah.
And just doing that transformed her entire business. Like
Yeah.
it rocked it, right? So just that helps us get into effortless ease. It helps us get into the energetics of creativity and having fun and joy and all of those things. All of those things, which is where our power is, right?
Totally.
Oh, bless you. There, she had to mute herself because she needed
I
to.
went, that was a goodie. That was a goodie. That was a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the
So,
next tip, have you got the next one?
oh, it is mine. This is where you talked about ego and intentions.
Yeah.
So just checking in with yourself. Is this, that's when I was talking about the 3D and the 5D. You know, when we operate from the third dimension, it's all about self first. It's all about me, money in the bank.
Yeah.
Whereas when we come into the fifth dimension, we're operating with our chakras, our heart chakra and our throat chakra, and we're being service to others. And we're doing things because they have meaning and that they impact the whole rather than just me. Right. So
Yeah.
that to me is how I would really encourage to assess, are you doing it ego-based or heart-based? Heart-based is always about the collective, the big picture, right?
Heart base is where there's a win,
Mm-hmm.
be the big part. Um, the next tip, break free from self-doubt, step into your power, I have is fun.
Where's the fun?
Fun. F-U-N. Fun, fun, fun. Make sure you're doing steps, action steps that are fun. Make sure you're doing your phone calls are fun. Make sure every day there is fun, 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 fun.
Double underlined.
That's the nicest way I could probably put it.
And
Yeah.
the next one I have is where you've talked about your tribe, looking at the people around you. And Deb said, always remember, Deb's and myself are here. Like we can be part
Yeah.
of your tribe. If you're feeling stuck, or maybe you are stuck in a loop of self-doubt, or you have no idea about what stepping into your power means or feels like, reach out. Don't get stuck in there. But surround yourself with people who uplift you, who resonate with you, who vibe with you, who support you, who help challenge you, but from a space of you've got this, like recognizing your worth
Challenge
and
with
your
love. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. Challenge with love without burnout.
yeah, there you go.
That's what we want. That we want that. So they are our tips for our break free from self doubt and step into your power. But we end the call with something exciting, and that exciting would be a Yogi teabag quote. If anybody knows Yogi teabag, I think that's how you pronounce it. Just say it for me. Feel free to contact them and tell them that we promote their tea bags at any time.
There you go.
We are up for that. Just going to delegate that to you. But let me know, what is a tea bag that is completely relevant for our break free from self doubt and step into your power, Moira.
So this one is really beautiful, actually. I think this has come up for us before. But anyways, many paths lead to the same destination. It doesn't matter how you get there.
Ooh.
Yes. Step
Ooh.
into your power, your power. Many paths lead to the same destination. It doesn't matter how you get there. Walk your path.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that awesome?
That does a whole different spin, because then I'm like, and don't compare to other people and do it in
Mm-hmm.
your own time frame. And there's another 20 tips that just jump into my thing about your break free from self-doubt
Trust that you are always in the right place at the right time.
at the right time.
Yep,
Wow.
yep,
Okay,
yep.
that's a goodie. That's
That
a
is a
goodie
good.
that got me. Thank you. We'll take that one.
Yep.
Uh, that is our deliciously motivated mindset conversation. But you know how I love to end these podcasts. You know how I love to end it. And I'm just going to make you go, are you giving life everything you've got? It's as simple as that. Are you giving life everything you've got? So today, what's the one thing you're going to do today that's going to move your needle towards your desires? Break free from self-doubt and step into your power. What is that one thing you're going to do today, that you're really going to do today, that's going to move that within you? And let us know. We love to know. We don't, it's great for us to get up and talk, but we also want to know how you're going, what's going on. And if you've got
Yeah.
any podcast titles that you'd love us to cover,
Yeah.
because we know discombobulation happens at any time, and not often in the most perfect divine timing that we think at that time. And we've got Christmas coming up, so bet you can't wait till next week's episode, because we've got an exciting Christmas one. We're
Yes,
going
we
to
do.
share some goodies for you. But that's us signing off. Let us know, what is that one thing you're going to do today that is going to help you break free from your self-doubt and step into your power. Not my power, your power.
Your power, your way.
Yeah, your
Love
way.
it. Thank
Thank
you,
you
dear.
very much, listeners. Thank you. I appreciate you listening. That is us signing off. Deliciously Motivated Mindset Conversation with Debs and Moira. Thank you, thank you, thank you, listeners. Thank you, Internet. And most of all, thank you, Moira.
Thank you, dear listeners. Thank you, dear Deb. We'll catch you for our Christmas one.
Woohoo!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.